everyone, welcome to part 4 of our road trip.
We're in Exmouth, we've got 5 days here and we've got some really cool things planned.
So stick around, stay tuned. We've just checked into our Airbnb in Exmouth and here we are. Got a little sofa and kitchen area, little table and chairs and a big telly. Nice bed, just like a little studio. Then like a wet room shower with the toilet, the sink and a washing machine, which is handy because we're halfway now and we need to wash some clothes. So yeah. We're here at Cape Range National Park looking out onto the Reef Range, which was Australia's first oil discovery.
You can also see the Exmouth Gulf and the town of Exmouth in the distance on the shoreline up there. You can see Ningaloo Reef over there, and you can see the Exmouth Gulf over there. We're down at Town Beach now in Exmouth. We're just going to go for a little dip in the water. Sun's starting to set behind us, so after a little dip I think we'll get some food and have another barbecue on the beach. We've just been for a run, so now we've got a nice hearty barbecue meal.
We've got hot dogs, chicken skewers and halloumi.
Lovely.
Morning, it's our first full day in Exmouth.
We're just going to go out for some breakfast and then we're going to go for a drive and see if we can find any swimming spots.
At the cafe, Louis got some waffles, I got some pancakes and we both got a coffee.
We're now at Glowing Head Lighthouse.
Part of the Ningaloo Reef World Heritage Site, and it's very windy up there.
You can see all the way to Exmouth where we've come from this morning. Then you can see the sea as it goes all the way around the head of the Exmouth Gulf, all the way down here. And then the big towers you can see, they're a vital part of the Cold War, and they're taller than the Empire State Building.
To the Jurabi Turtle Sanctuary, where when it's hatching season you can watch the turtles hatch on the beach, but we're not in turtle hatching season right now, so we just made the most of the facts and the statues here.
Here we are at Turquoise Bay.
Just about to go for a snorkel. Here we have our Bond girl getting out of the water. We've just finished up swimming now at Turquoise Bay.
We saw so many cool fish, some big ones, some crazy coloured fish, and now we're going to go to the lakeside swimming spot.
Yeah. What would you rate out of 10 for a spot?
I'd say it was a good 8 out of 10, 8.5. It's one of the best snorkel spots we've been to so far.
Yeah, I'd give it a 9. We saw some really cool fish and a nice beach to go with as well. We're here at Lakeside now. Just about to go into the sea, have a little snorkel.
We've just finished up at the lakeside.
We only went into chest deep water because it was quite a strong current.
And it was very windy as well.
There's also a few fish, but now we're heading back to go have a barbecue, aren't we?
Yeah. Hi guys, we're eating a burger and the barbecue chicken skewers, the same as what we had last night. Good morning. We're in Cape Grange National Park.
Grange.
Good morning. We're in... Good morning. We're in Cape Range National Park this morning and we're going to the oyster stacks for some snorkeling and then see where the day takes us.
We got up at 7 AM to make sure we were here at 8:30, but it's a bit too windy, so we won't be snorkeling yet. Because the reef's very close to the shore, so you have to snorkel at high tide, we thought, but it's actually high to mid, so there's a chance we can come back later on and give it a go.
Not very happy. I woke up so early.
We've come to Yardie Creek for a little hike. It's only 2 kilometres, but it's all off-roading. I'm currently down in the gorges. Hopefully there's going to be some nice views at the end of this. reached the top now. He was throwing a stone onto the cat. Three. Got the creek down there. And then let's see where we've come from. The mouth of the creek all the way over there. We've just had some bad news. Our fishing trip in a couple of days' time has just been cancelled. So we're having to rearrange plans. We might be able to do it on Friday from Coral Bay. But it means an extra day snorkeling here, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So another day on the reef.
could be worse.
Life's good. We've just finished up in Oyster Stacks.
We're back in the car now. Saw lots of cool fish.
First time snorkeling on a reef
Yeah.
in Australia, wasn't it? So yeah, lots of different cool fish, lots of cool corals.
It's very windy and cold though.
Yeah, and we didn't have flippers, so we didn't go very far out.
No,
But,
the current can get quite strong there.
people who were a bit further out saw some reef sharks and stingrays, little baby octopuses there, didn't they?
Yeah.
But we just saw some huge fish and some colourful fish.
We've just had lunch at the visitor centre and now we're back at Turquoise Bay where we were yesterday.
I go for another swim and a bit of a sunbathe. I'm just getting some cinematic shots.
No, now.
Oh, that's a good one, Eve. You look lovely. Put your
Are
fingers
you
there.
actually joking? We've just finished our snorkel at Turquoise Bay. And what did we see, Louis?
We saw a turtle, a little unexpected guest.
Yeah, we thought it was a green turtle, is what I'd say it was. But yeah, the water was nice and clear and there was some man that was yelling. So we went over to see what the commotion was and it was a turtle. And he came flying through the water and nearly took a chunk out of my arm, but It's a great experience nonetheless.
Today's barbecue setting. We've got a sea view down at Town Beach in Exmouth. We're having some of the lower last of the chicken skewers. We've also got some peppered beef steaks, which Eve's very excited.
For this.
She can't wait. We'll show you the finished product.
Oh, look at her. Wow.
Oh wow, you can see the stripes.
Based on the colouring, like the darkness of it and the size of it, it's most likely. Because the reef sharks almost can't see, they're too small and not quite dark enough. Lemon sharks are big enough, but they are of sand colour, where hence the name lemon. Lemon sharks again.
We've just got back from the whale shark experience. How did you find it, Eve?
We had a great time. It was scary originally. So they took us on like morning snorkel to like test out all our gear and everything, and I'd never had the fins on before, so that took a bit of time to get used to.
Saw some cool fish then, didn't we?
Yeah. And then we got back on the boat and they were like, oh, you know, it could be a couple of hours before we spot a whale shark, because they have like planes that go up spotting them out. And then we're like, oh, it could be till midday, we could be waiting ages. And then literally 10 minutes after he said that, it was all systems go and they found a whale shark. So then it only took them a little while to drive to the shark spot. And then we split into two groups. There's about 10 people in each group.
We were group 2, weren't we?
Yeah, so we watched the others go in first, and then probably like 40 seconds later we got dropped in. But I was a bit nervous about swimming with the shark, and B, the fact that you couldn't see the bottom of the floor, because everything's just like not in perspective at all. You couldn't see the floor, so they can go like 15 meters deep and you can still see them. Luckily this one was quite close to the surface.
And they get up to 18 meters long as well.
Yeah, it was only 7 to 8 meters this one.
7 or 8
So
meters.
they were like, oh, it's a small one, but it still looked huge. Yeah, so
And then we got a long swim. We swam for just over 6 minutes with it, the first swim.
yeah.
And then we did that 4 times, didn't we?
Yeah, four
Got 4
times in
swims.
total. And yeah, I took a little like buoyancy
Pool
thing because
noodle.
at first I thought we were just gonna like bob along and then it was just gonna swim past us. But you actually get to like swim alongside it. So then he was like, "Let's go swimming," and I was like, "How do I swim with a pool noodle on? I don't know." So
And it's hard
there's
swimming.
a lot
It's
of
swimming against the current for 6 minutes.
yeah, and there's a lot of doggy paddle going on because I didn't know how to use my arms with it because it was horrible. But yeah, it did a lot of the work and took a lot of the stress out of it because everybody wants to see it. They're all like
Everyone's
diving
fighting.
in front of you and like fighting in the
Getting
water.
kicked in the head.
And then the waves are coming. The waves are quite big, and like if you're a little bit down, the water gets in your snorkel. You have to stop and then chase it again. Like there's a lot of chaos,
Yeah.
especially on the first one. There's a lot going on because everybody wanted to see it. Because sometimes they were saying that you'll go along with it and then it will dive down and then you won't see another one the whole day. So everybody really wanted to get a good look at it the first time.
On our second dive, it was a bit lower and then it came back up, didn't it?
Yeah, and I just was scared that it was gonna flick its tail. It said it can like flick its tail 4 meters to one side, then 4 meters the other side. So you don't want to be in the way of that, and like it could break your arm if you got too close. So
And then at the end of the 4th dive, we looked down waiting for the boat to pick us up, and there's 2 white-tip reef sharks below us, weren't
yeah,
there? That looked miles away. They were probably 20-30 metres away.
yeah. But if you look down, they were literally looked like that big.
But they were 1.5 meters long, weren't they?
Yeah.
So that was very cool. And then
That put it into perspective how deep the ocean is.
went for another afternoon snorkel, didn't we?
Yeah, and we saw
lots
some
of cool
pufferfish
Some pufferfish.
and parrotfish
And
as well.
then we got some bubbles, some
And some-
champagne,
Some sea cucumbers we saw
some
too.
sea cucumbers. And then when we were on the boat, we saw a tiger shark, which was very, very cool.
Yeah, and a dugong finally.
And we saw a dugong finally. So that's completed our road trip, hasn't it?
Yeah, and then they gave us like lunch and little.
Yeah, we had some chicken mayo sandwiches for lunch that we made ourselves.
Yeah.
From a chicken that they'd dissected.
Dissected.
I don't know,
That's
ripped
disgusting.
up. I don't know. Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice.
We had a great time.
What would you give the day out of 10?
Oh, a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
At the start, I was so scared, but then by the end of it, I loved
But
it.
then on the 40-minute bus ride, they chat to you the whole way and they're like telling you facts. So it
yeah,
was
they
really,
like calm you down a little
really
bit.
good. And Derek, our guide, he was brilliant, wasn't he?
He was really good.
Shout out Derek.
Yeah.
So we've probably done about 2 hours worth of swimming today.
Yeah, in the current.
Deep sea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So-
so very, very cool.
Our legs are very sore now.
Yeah.
So
Time
we're
for
going
a
to go and get a barbecue.
Another day, another barbecue. Tonight we're having some lamb cofters, some burgers again. We didn't film a review of the steaks, but how were the steaks, Eve?
The steaks were amazing. I don't know if it's just because I was so hungry or if they were really, really good, but
We wolfed
10
them
out
down.
of 10.
Definitely try and get them again, won't we?
Good morning. We've had a bit of a lie-in after our whale sharks yesterday because we were a bit tired, but this morning we're off to our favourite spot.
We're off to Turquoise Bay in the Cape Range National Park again, where we saw the turtle a couple of days ago. It was due to rain today, so we were having a bit of a lie-in to try and skip the rain, but there's a few grey clouds, so we'll see how we go. But no rain so far. It's still quite warm, so
Fingers
fingers
crossed.
crossed. It was a bit too cloudy for our liking, so we're heading to a cafe for lunch.
Yeah.
Called a Drift Cafe. What have we got, Eve?
I've got calamari and chips with a mocha, and Louis got chicken quesadillas and a Sprite.
A wild bustard.
We've had our lunch and now we're on another little hike. This one's the Mandu Gorge Trail, which when we were on the bus yesterday going to the whale sharks, they said that there's been some necklaces found in some caves which date back 30,000 years, which shows that tribes have been here for a good 50-60,000 years because they've been making jewellery out of shells and animal hair. So we're going to go and see if we can find any caves.
Hopefully we can sell some to the History Museum.
See what we find. walking down an old riverbed. We're now at the top of the walk. We've just come up the ridge after walking down the riverbed through the valley. In the riverbed we saw a 3-foot thin brown snake which a woman has told us is venomous. We're out with some food. Eve's got a sirloin steak sandwich. I've got some pulled pork fries. A little Australian sheepdog. And there's some lovely artwork on the wall in the pub that we're in for our final night.
Good morning.
It's the end of our time in Exmouth now.
So we'll see you again in Coral Bay.